Hello, friends and well-wishers, and welcome back to another episode of A Quarter Ton of Fun. It's your buddy Ryan, aka the Champ. Creepy as hell. And when I'm not sexually harassing metals around my neck, I'm changing the topic of the show from what I told you it was going to be last week. We were going to cover the foods that trigger, a food that if you have just a tiny bit, you got to eat the whole thing, the whole bag or whatever. Well, today we're not going to do that. We're moving that back to next week because there's a lot of reasons, and we'll get into all of the reasons, but I'm undertaking a new challenge. I had been eating 2,500 calories a day, but for the next 30 days, I'm going to try to live on just 1,200 calories a day. Why? Because I'm crazy. I'm very, very crazy. I'm out of my mind. The creepiness factor today is already really high. I'm going to try to dial it back for you guys, okay? So really, why am I doing this? It's not just because I'm crazy, but for that answer, we have to go to everyone's favorite segment, Weekly Weigh-In. Weekly Weigh-In. So as longtime viewers know, last week I was at 523 pounds, which meant I gained. And it made me really, really, really upset. I was very mad. I was very depressed about it. You didn't watch that episode? Go back and watch it right now. I'll just wait. We'll wait for you. Everyone else will wait patiently, okay? You go ahead and watch. Well, there's toys in here. Play with a toy. Cash register. Jesus.
Open for business.
Christ. That was terrifying.
Yellow cheese.
Okay. Okay, everyone's back. So, what would I do about that 523 pounds? The smart thing would be to eat well and exercise. That's not my style. Instead, I went on like a 2-day binge this Friday and Saturday. They were really terrible. My wife was not in town. She was volunteering at the Susan G. Komen 3-day breast cancer walk. And so I kind of got that feeling like, well, the warden's out. The prisoner's gonna play. My wife's not my warden. She doesn't pay even that close attention to what I'm eating or anything, but it's that fat person mentality of, I have a chance to eat and gorge. I'm going to do it. And I did. Ice cream sandwiches, chips, leftover Chinese food, leftover Mexican food, anything I could get my hands on was going in my gullet. And when I woke up on Sunday morning, I felt bloated. I felt crappy. I looked in the mirror and felt like my stomach looked fat and bloated. And so I broke one of my weigh-in rules. Last week I broke the rule of you step on the scale once and you go with that number. This week I weigh once a week on Monday mornings. So on Sunday morning I broke that. I stepped on the scale and it's at 527 pounds. And I know, again, I didn't gain 4 pounds of fat. Some of that was water weight. But I was pissed. I was so upset with myself and with what the eating I had been doing. So I decided I needed to make a change. Now, before we go any further and we get into the challenge, I do want to tell you I stepped on this scale today and it said 516.6. And I broke another rule again. I stepped on 2 more times and it said roughly the same thing. It was always 516. 516.2, 516.8, I think. So 516.6 was the first time. That's what we're going with for weekly weigh-in. And again, in one day, I did not lose from 527 to 516. I assume a lot of that was water weight that I had been retaining from the bad eating, from all the chips and things I had had over those 2 days. So what is this challenge? Well, it's really simple. For 30 days, I'm going to try to consume no more than 1,200 calories a day. And I should tell you, I already failed when I started yesterday. I had 1,210. So starting today, I'm going to try to go for 1,200 a day for 30 days and see if I can do that. And I know some people are not going to be a fan of this choice. My wife and I had a brief conversation about it, and I don't think she's really a fan. She thinks it's a bad idea. I'm sure some of you probably think it's a bad idea. I'm not totally sure it's a good idea, but I'm going to try and do it. Why? Because I like giving myself little mini goals and little challenges to do. Having the 5K to focus on this summer was great, and that obviously paid off. I mean, come on, babe. No. No means no. So, can I do this? Can I consume only 1,200 calories a day? Honestly, I don't know. And I'm a little concerned. Will I feel too hungry? Now, yesterday I had 1,210. I felt okay. Yeah, I was a little hungry, but nothing crazy. No lightheadedness, no dizziness. So far today, as I film this, it's around lunchtime, and I've had 180 calories so far today. I tend to eat more in the night, so I tend to do a light breakfast, a little more at lunch, and then more at dinner. And yesterday my dinner was so low calorie that I actually had room for a little snack before bed too, which was nice. And that's kind of what I'm going to try to do. Have my 3 meals and then something small before bed, just to satiate me, just because I kind of like to do that. As always, I'd love if you would interact with the show. If you want to subscribe, click on that red subscribe button, hit the little white bell next to it, and that's going to let you know every time I post an update every Tuesday. If you want to interact with me on social media, Instagram or Twitter, you can do it, and here's how. This week, when you leave a comment for me, I want you to tell me, is this 1,200 calorie a day challenge a good idea or not? Do you think I should do it? Do you think I should give it up? Do you think I should stick with what I've been doing? Let me know. I do value your input. We'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind. Or maybe I'll eat 1,200 calories for the rest of my life. I'm not going to do that. That's why this is a 30-day challenge. Yeah. Next week, you'll get the episode I promised you last week. The foods that trigger. What are they for you? Let me know that in the comments below too, and I'll feature you in the next episode. So remember, challenge yourself. Try to do something that you're not sure if you can do or not. It's okay to fail. We all do. I certainly did this past week. So many flaming hot Doritos. So many. Surprised my fingers aren't still red. But challenge yourself. Try. Give it a shot. That's what I'm doing with this 1,200 calorie challenge. And we'll see. Maybe I can live up to Dr. Now's expectations and lose 30 pounds this month. If I do, if I don't, it's okay, because we can take comfort knowing that we are damn sexy.